You are watching Stripped Down.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight on Strip Down, the Shoeless Joes. We are back. Did you miss us? Strip Down back for another week. Here we are, the 5th episode of our 7th season, episode 205. Welcome to Strip Down, Shoeless Joes. How are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling?
Good.
We got the preliminary, wow, the studio looks bigger on TV out of the way. So here we are jumping right into our 5th episode of Season 7. You guys weren't even really on the map for Season 7. And then our director, Bryn Kreisa, came to me and said, when are you going to have the Shoeless Joes on? And I was like, okay, noted. And then our behind-the-scenes guy that does everything else, Jay Neufeld, was like, when are you going to have the Shoeless Joes on Strip Down? So then I took notice. And then I made the phone call and got you guys on early the 7th season. A band I had not heard a lot about. And then about 2 months ago, I hear constant stuff about. So what happened here in summer and fall of 2013 that put you guys on the map?
Jeez.
We released our first EP. I think that's kind of what happened.
We played a lot too.
Yeah, we've been playing lots of shows.
Lots of hard work.
Yeah.
So a combination of all those things.
Yeah, we sort of started in the city, I guess, September of last year. So,
Yeah, our first show was at Lydia's,
yeah.
which is
Oh,
sadly closed.
rest in peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started playing open mics there and then got more offers to play on weekend nights and things like that. Gigs outside of town sometimes too. Yeah.
You gave some shout outs to the outside of town places you've played. Kyle, Hazlitt, PA, and Swift Current.
Sorry, Hazlitt.
Hazlitt, sorry, I don't want
No, it's okay.
to make the good people of Hazlitt upset. So we broadcast Strip Down to PA and Swift Current, so people will probably recognize you. However, I don't think we reach Hazlitt. So what's a good party night in Hazlitt like? The Shoeless
Probably
Joes.
the best
was-
show we've ever played.
It was a
in
wild
Hazlitt.
one.
Really?
Yeah,
You know
it
how
was,
to have a good time.
it was crazy. It was a slow pitch tournament, and they brought in this tent to this middle of a field, and we set up. Our stage was a bunch of pallets with plywood screwed onto it.
Yeah.
And yeah, there were people dancing on picnic tables, on the subs. It was just nuts.
I think we sold more merch that show than any other show ever, and it was after the sound check.
We played a sound check and sold 8 shirts. It was that
people
kind
It was
of
a good night.
Check
yeah.
out Hazlitt.
So now,
Hazlitt's great.
as a band, getting your roots in and moving forward, does that upset you now in the long run? Where you probably have had just like amazing killer shows and sold no merchandise, and then you're playing at a ball tournament after sound check, you sell merchandise. Is there any rhyme or reason to it, or do you just take it in stride?
It's a guessing game out there.
It
I don't
is.
know.
You never know.
You never
Yeah.
know what's gonna happen.
Our EP release, we sold one.
Yeah.
We didn't have it set up very well, but we sold one, and then
true.
some we just
You just never
get
know.
rid of them fast.
We'll touch on the EP a little later in band origins, but right off the bat, when you said slow pitch, I was like, that's the slow pitch look right there. Because I was saying when we were setting up, I didn't really have a connection with you. I have a connection with the other guys, even if one's fake. But yeah, so I kind of think that's where it came from. The slow pitch folks were like, the Stork guy, he's one of us.
Yeah,
We gotta support him.
It could have been.
We need him to play third base next season, so we better support his project.
Yeah.
But yes, Ethan Stork, correct.
Yeah.
Welcome to Strip Down.
Thank you.
Here we have Dylan Curry.
Yes.
No relation to Ewan from the Sheepdogs.
No, unfortunately.
Do you ever play that card though?
I haven't yet, and I should.
You probably
I'm
should.
gonna start probably.
Maybe if nothing else with the girls.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know? Do you
of
get
these
that a
days.
lot though? Probably.
A little bit. Well, around here for sure. Yeah, but
Not in Hazlitt.
no, they're
Okay.
not
They
so
probably
much there.
the Rolling Stones issue hasn't come out there yet.
No.
They're like Nirvana.
not.
Whoa! Check this out. And then lastly, we have 2 beverages. And this is cool because I went to school with your older brother, Ben. And he does not play in a rock and roll band.
No, he doesn't. He's a fiddle player.
I'm being honest here. You can feel free to tell him this at Christmas time. I don't remember a lot from high school. I was pretty disconnected to the whole thing. But I remember one variety night, I kind of knew Ben, and he took to the stage and he tore that mother down. And
can.
I had huge respect for that guy. He's doing quite well, right?
He is. He's still fiddling sometimes, playing guitar as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, playing
Nice.
country music. So, yeah.
And so, as the younger brothers of the beverages, were you like of Ben? You're like, no fiddle. We're doing the
You know,
rock thing.
I tried it a little bit. It just wasn't my thing. Yeah,
Yeah?
dabbled, as he said. We
Dabbled?
Yeah, it just wasn't our thing. So.
You should just put that up some. Just
Yeah.
try to play it like that some night, just to show him up. Just be like, yeah, it's not.
Try
that
it
hard.
with a bow, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, the Shoeless Joes. That first song we kicked off the show with, what was that?
That one was called Black Roses.
No, that
Oh,
was the
sorry.
Runners.
Nope.
I'm thinking of the next
You
song.
guys need to do a band huddle.
Yeah, sorry, the Runners.
The Runners.
And I should know this. but, yeah, we
I'm
played
seeing
lot lately.
a shoe theme here. So it's called the Runners. You're the Shoeless Joes. Am I looking too
Oh,
far
boy.
into this?
Yeah, I think so.
Well-
All right, I'll do that from time to time. I'll try to make connections when there are none.
We tried to sort of alleviate that by calling our EP The Motions, so it's more about the movement
This is true.
rather than the shoe.
Runners, also in slow pitch, right?
Yeah, sure, be true.
It's all themed.
Constant themes. I love it. What was Runners about then?
It's mostly we played a show back home in Maple Creek. That's where we're all from. And the bar owner there, his name's Ralph. He told us a story about where he got the actual physical bar from. And it's this town way down in the southwest. It's slipping my mind right now, but
Govenlock.
Govenlock, Saskatchewan.
Oh.
And basically, there's some folklore about rum runners bringing rum up through Montana to Saskatchewan.
No,
And-
they came up and smuggled it back during Prohibition.
Well, whatever. It is. There was some smuggling going on.
And
But
rum.
And
he
lots of
gave us
rum.
the gist of the story, and yeah, we wanted to run with it and make a good song out of it. So
Nice.
that's our attempt at it.
We are going to do a little less talking than usual because you guys went 9 songs in 60 minutes, and that's fine with me. Again, you came quite hyped between Bryn and Jay. It was kind of a you have to hear these guys. So let me hear some more. What's up next?
Black Roses.
Black Roses. All right, take it away, the Shoeless Joes. You're watching Strip Down with Saskatoon's own The Shoeless Joes. We have to gear up for our first commercial break, but before we do that, I automatically just ask the lead singer all the questions about writing music, but that is not the case tonight because there's kind of multiple lead singers. You guys kind of juggle it around.
Yeah, and to be honest, yeah, we both kind of switch off, and Greek sings a ton too, and Aspen writes almost all the songs. So,
Really?
or most of it, yeah.
All right, we're going to hammer out band origins, band dynamics, and the EP right after this first commercial break. Stick around, lots more with the Shoeless Joes coming up right after this.
This will be the best commercial break ever.
The following sponsors are proud to support community television. The Hairstyle Inn, located in both Lawson Heights and Circle and Center Mall. Long and McQuaid at 721 43rd Street East, and their phone number is 664-1966. Mr. Sicily Pizza in their new location at 833 51st Street. Their phone number is 975-0345.
Do you know where your tap water comes from? It can come from one of two sources, groundwater or surface water. Surface water often begins as snowfall that accumulates in the winter and melts into our rivers and lakes. Cities will treat it to get rid of most of the impurities and then send it down the pipes, under the streets, and into our homes. The problem is, the quality of water is being damaged by our activities, and as our earth warms up, there may be less water available in the future. How can we look after our water resources? Find out where your water comes from and how it is being protected. Use less when you're showering, brushing your teeth, or watering your lawn. And never pour toxins like cleaning solutions down a toilet, sink, or storm drain, as it ends up in our rivers and lakes. It's our turn to take care of this planet, and I think we can do a better job. What do you think?
Curtis Anderson's wardrobe is provided by Ultimo Yurimoto, located in downtown Saskatoon. 664-6640.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Shoeless Joes. We are spending 60 minutes with Saskatoon's own the Shoeless Joes. I was going to launch right into band origins, and while we were warming up, I said I wasn't going to talk about this because this is going to blow some people's minds. They're going to have a hard time following this. But I kind of want to talk about it because I think it's important. We were talking about all the small venues and small towns you've played in the first segment, but you have a huge opportunity coming up this Saturday, but by the time you're watching it, it'll be in the past. This is going to be cool, though, because I will be there Saturday filming it. So the people at home watching this right now, we're talking about something as if it hasn't happened, but we're going to be showing footage right now because it's already happened. Davis just got a nosebleed. Our audio engineer, it's like, call 911. You were asked to play Big Shiny Tunes 4, a huge fundraiser for the Broadway Theatre. Again, when this is airing, this will be in the past. So we can't talk about how awesome it was, but that's a huge gig. Last year at Big Shiny Tunes 2, I mean, it was the Classy Chassis, Carrie Catherine. Those are some huge hitters in the music scene in Saskatoon. So were you excited to get that call?
So excited. We actually had a friend that's playing it as well, and we had heard he was playing it about a month earlier. I was like, man, do I want to play that? I wish I could play that. And then a month later, we get the call, and I was like, yeah, do you guys want to play this? And I mean, everyone loves Big Shiny Tunes, right?
Absolutely. Big Shiny Tunes 4. But, and again, I don't want to, date myself here, but I was quite young when Big Shiny Tunes 4 came out. You guys would have been, what, like 7? 8?
Well, not Aspen, but the rest of us.
I'm the old man.
We were,
That's
yeah.
fine. But
Yeah, I mean, my sister is 6 years older, so I just
okay, so
listened to what
there's
she
the
listened
connection.
to be cool.
But did you guys go to like the Western Development Museum and ask about it? Be like, what was the Canadian band Moist? What was that all about? Tea Party? What's that?
We're actually playing a Moist song too. Is the funny
Yeah, we
thing.
are.
So
Yeah, oddly enough, we love 90s music. I think it's a big influence for
Yeah.
us.
That's also funny that you just mentioned what you were playing because that's a secret.
because it
Because
doesn't
people,
matter.
you're not supposed to
Uh-oh.
tell them.
Oh.
The Carpinka brothers were like, we can't tell you what we're playing. But
it's in
guess
the
what,
future.
guys? This is gonna air after it's over.
That's right.
So Moist, eh?
Yeah.
Time travel trick right there. Boom.
No, I know you guys are gonna kill it. I'm excited. I'm gonna be there filming it all. So
Awesome.
Cool.
good luck.
Thanks.
I'm sure the footage we're watching right now is phenomenal, and all the people who were there are reliving it vicariously, and all the people who weren't there are kicking themselves right now, going, "Damn, that looked like a good time." But so Moist, and what's the second song? Do you know?
Mistake.
Mistake
Joe.
Serial Joe. I didn't think anybody was gonna do that song.
That's what we
The
thought.
Shoeless Joes doing Serial Joe.
I know. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Should we get to another song before we'll finally do band origins after?
Sure.
What was that last song, by the way, that we came out of commercial break with?
That was Painted Pictures.
It'll
It's
be
called.
on
It's
our
not on
next
a
album.
We haven't recorded it yet, but it'll be coming out soon, hopefully.
See, that's a tease, though, because later on we'll talk about albums and what songs on where and,
Okay,
and
cool.
upcoming projects. So what's next then?
The next song is called Hold Your Head Up.
Is this on the EP?
Yes,
Yep.
it is.
It is.
It's
Okay.
the last
The
track.
last track. Yeah.
Hold Your Head Up, the Shoeless Joes. Take it away, guys. You're watching Strip Down with the Shoeless Joes. We are hammering through the interview parts to get all 9 songs in, but I love it. I was reading your bio. Guys kind of started out together, all went your separate ways, and came back together. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, you know something's working when you make the effort to do that. So that's kind of, elaborate a little more on how that all happened. Anybody?
Me and Dylan and Grieg went to high school together, and we basically learned to play our instruments together. And then me and Dylan kept playing in the summer times when he was away. Aspen started recording us, and then we were like, hey, let's do a band thing. And so he kind of like hoed and hummed over it. And then me and Dylan played a show in our hometown, and it went really well. And then they wanted us back, so we said only if we had a full band. So we asked these 2 bums, and it just worked out. Kept going from there.
Yeah, at one time he was actually studying in Medicine Hat College or Edmonton for a while.
Yeah.
Dylan was playing junior hockey in Bonnyville. I was here playing football at U of S. Grieg was in BC, and then we all just kind of decided that we wanted to make it happen.
Yeah, we were doing it in the summers, and it was going really well. So
That's a pretty huge commitment. So that was like 2011-ish, is that?
I think
this summer, things started to click. I would say.
And then maybe in the spring of 2012 is kind of like more of a unofficial start of the band.
Yeah.
When we actually started recording and stuff.
This is sadly a question I have to ask all groups that are serious about their craft and moving on. So does there come a time where you leave Saskatoon now and go back to maybe in Alberta or?
I don't know. We've talked about it.
Maybe not yet,
It's-
but like in the future, is that
It's
a
a possibility
goal to
for sure, yeah.
We're not
be
ruling
smaller fish in a
anything
big
out.
pond
Yeah.
instead of vice versa once again?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see how touring goes and everything. So
We probably would move as a unit though. We actually live together, all of us, right now. So
Wow.
Yeah.
That's intense.
Band
And you're
house.
still together as a band.
somehow.
So you tour
Somehow.
all together and you live. This is like a sitcom.
It is.
Wow. I got it. So
You should just come film in our house
Yeah, you
sometime.
definitely
Really.
could.
So do you have like weird like band court? Like, cause you'd have to get on each other's nerves. Not trying to bring out the underbelly of this, but like,
There's been some fights.
yeah, but
There's some
we
fights.
have some good fights. Yeah, our biggest fight was probably over a couch, whether or
Yeah.
not we were throwing out a couch.
and that'll
It's a
happen.
piece of junk.
But some bands come in here and you can feel the tension until the cameras start rolling.
Yeah.
But you guys seem to all get along legitimately. I'm not just saying that for the
Yeah.
purposes.
We do.
So that's cool that you guys can work
Most
it
of
out
the
because
time.
that's a lot of time
Yeah.
spent
It is,
together.
Yeah.
We actually,
And our whole
me and
lives
Ethan
on
work
top of that.
together too, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now my nose is bleeding. Wow. That's awesome. No, I wish you guys the best of luck. That's
Thank
cool.
you.
That's commitment.
Yep.
Really quickly before we get to the next song and take our next commercial break. So when in the time frame did the EP come together?
When we started writing last September when we moved in together, and then we recorded like November, December, January.
Yeah, just
And
whenever
then-
we could, we kind of fit in a day to try and record it. So.
Yeah, and then we released it August 23rd.
Yeah.
So
So you recorded in your house as well?
Partly.
Partly?
partly.
Partly
Very
in our
little.
basement, also in Piepot, another very small town
Smaller
that you
than
probably
Hazelett.
never heard of.
Pie
It's
pot.
got maybe 70 people in it.
I don't even think it's a village anymore.
No, it's an RM. So,
Yeah.
The band
anyways,
is an old school, actually.
yeah, there's an old school that was built in like 1906. I came in there, I was looking for a spot to record. Ended up being a perfect drum room, 20-foot ceilings, hardwood floors. So we decided to record there.
It's been 205 episodes. I don't think I've ever used this word before. Curtis Anderson is flabbergasted. Flabbergasted. That's got to be like 7 syllables. I'm not counting it out because we need to get to more music. So what's next from the Shoeless Joes? What's
A
the
new one called Gimme
Yeah.
Some.
Gimme Some?
Yeah.
Some.
Take it away, guys.
In the age of
The following sponsors are proud to support community television. The Hairstyle Inn, located in both Lawson Heights and Circle and Center Mall. Long & McQuaid at 721 43rd Street East, and their phone number is 664-1966. Mr. Sicily Pizza in their new location at 833 51st Street. Their phone number is 975-0345.
Do you know where your tap water comes from? It can come from one of two sources, groundwater or surface water. Surface water often begins as snowfall that accumulates in the winter and melts into our rivers and lakes. Cities will treat it to get rid of most of the impurities and then send it down the pipes, under the streets, and into our homes. The problem is, the quality of water is being damaged by our activities, and as our earth warms up, there may be less water available in the future. How can we look after our water resources? Find out where your water comes from and how it is being protected. Use less when you're showering, brushing your teeth, or watering your lawn, and never pour toxins like cleaning solutions down a toilet, sink, or storm drain as it ends up in our rivers and lakes. It's our turn to take care of this planet, and I think we can do a better job. What do you think?
Curtis Anderson's wardrobe is provided by Ultimo Yurimoto, located in downtown Saskatoon, 664-6640.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Shoeless Joes.
Break my
We are back with the Shoeless Joes. Sudden ending to that song. And that one was
Runaway. It's called Runaway.
Runaway. Is that on the current EP that's out, or is that on a future release?
Soon to be released.
Okay, so there's something in the works.
Yes.
Is there a date?
No.
No. Okay, that's fine. Is it a full length or another EP?
Should be a full length, yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Nothing-
hoping May.
Nothing but ambition from this group. I love it. So your first full length as a band this May,
Yes.
you're hoping
Yes.
for?
We're hoping, yeah.
Thoughts around that? I mean, is there like cover art, design, thoughts? Is it a concept album? What do you got?
Well, the
I
cover
don't know.
art, we got a local person, Andy Palanchuk, to do it for our
Okay.
EP,
For our EP,
and we loved it, so we're very likely going to use her talents again.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
there's no concept. It's just
no.
songs we write that we like.
Yeah.
So
Basically,
How many of what we're hearing tonight are going to be on the upcoming one?
4.
we'll probably take 4, yeah,
Yeah.
4 on the EP.
4, and then if we recycle any from our EP, I have no idea if we're gonna do that or not. But
I feel like we haven't talked to Mr. Drummer very much yet.
Oh,
So
poor guy.
what should I ask him? I mean, you three have been hogging all my questions. So if I want to connect right now with one of the Beverage brothers?
Something to do with the mustache,
Mustache,
probably.
maybe.
Is that a Movember thing?
It is a Movember thing, yes. Generally, I have a full beard. I like to go full beard, caveman, woodsman
just scare
style,
small
but
children.
But you're kind of going with the walrus.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit. I
Yeah.
got some tails.
Are you gonna let it go out and turn to like the Yosemite Sam,
I
or
was actually a Scotsman for Halloween, so I did have a full beard, and I shaved my neck and a strip up the chin, so
oh,
it's quite impressive.
that had
actually.
nothing to do with music.
No.
That was a good question. Thanks, guys.
It works.
What should I have asked you? What you're stuck in the back.
He hides back there for a reason, you know.
What does the public need to know about you? Next time they go to a Shoeless Joes show, and then they'll just be like, oh, that guy,
I'm not too sure.
that guy that's not too sure.
I'm a drummer that can't do an actual snare roll. That's important. Yes, I'm very self-conscious about that.
I took drums for 7 years, and that's the one thing I can do. So maybe I could come
I know.
on and be like the
I
fifth.
need to, maybe
We'll
you
just
could-
slide in.
You might need to.
They can hand it
Stunt
back.
double. Yeah.
I like it. We'll work on that after. All right, let's get to another song. And when we come back out of this, we are going to talk to this week's audio engineer really quick, Mr. Davis Baker. So,
right.
yeah, we got to give him mad props because it
Of
sounded
course.
phenomenal tonight.
does.
So this next song, you guys?
This one's called Straight Shot, and it was actually our first single, which
All
we
right.
released as a single.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Shoeless Joes. We are spending 60 minutes with the Shoeless Joes, but now's the time we talk to this week's audio engineer. And coming in first place, it's Mr. Davis Baker. We are running out of time, Davis, but really quick, how's it going? How are you doing?
Oh, pretty good. You know, just working, just trying to get some gigs going, sort of thing. So
Everything's mop and glow with Davis Baker.
yeah, exactly.
Trying to get some gigs going?
Yeah.
Doing the solo thing
no,
now?
no. I've got a two-piece. We call them False Mountains. So we're just trying.
Why am I hearing about this now for the first time, Davis Baker?
I don't
You're
know,
like
man.
an enigma wrapped in a riddle. Okay.
Yes,
when
I
we
am.
have more time in future shows, we will dissect your current project.
Okay,
Is there a
cool.
website you want to throw it or something?
We have one on SoundCloud, so I guess just search us up on SoundCloud, False Mountains.
Awesome. All right. Really quick before we take our next commercial
Yes.
break, multiple choice time, Davis Baker.
Okay.
The Shoeless Joes have shared the stage with Gunnar and Smith,
Okay.
The Rebellion, and Zachary Lucky. Which of those three have been on Stripped Down?
Sorry, it was Gunnar and Smith, Zachary Lucky, and
The Rebellion.
The Rebellion. I know The Rebellion has been on Stripped Down. And is it, or who hasn't, or
Who has been on?
The Rebellion and Gunnar and Smith.
All of them.
All of them, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
Zachary Lucky. Woo!
I didn't know
Swing and a
Zachary Lucky
miss.
had one.
That's all
I
good.
tried.
It's good. You'll have to watch all 200 episodes tonight.
Yeah.
Okay? I feel like
I'll
you
have
should
to get the
had
box set.
that. You should get the
stripped
box
down
set.
box set.
It's a monster. It comes full of my tears.
a vial of Curtis's
A vial
tears.
of my tears. Through a commercial break, Davis Baker.
All right, you're watching Stripped Down on Shaw TV. We'll be back in a bit.
Yeah.
The following sponsors are proud to support community television. The Hairstyle Inn, located in both Lawson Heights and Circle and Center Mall. Long and McQuaid at 721 43rd Street East, and their phone number is 664-1966. Mr. Sicily Pizza and their new location at 833 51st Street. Their phone number is 975-0345. Curtis Anderson's wardrobe is provided by Ultimo Yuramoto, located in downtown Saskatoon, 664-6640.
Do you know where your tap water comes from? It can come from one of two sources, groundwater or surface water. Surface water often begins as snowfall that accumulates in the winter and melts into our rivers and lakes. Cities will treat it to get rid of most of the impurities and then send it down the pipes, under the streets, and into our homes. The problem is, the quality of water is being damaged by our activities, and as our earth warms up, there may be less water available in the future. How can we look after our water resources? Find out where your water comes from and how it is being protected. Use less when you're showering, brushing your teeth, or watering your lawn. And never pour toxins like cleaning solutions down a toilet, sink, or storm drain, as it ends up in our rivers and lakes. It's our turn to take care of this planet, and I think we can do a better job. What do you think?
Ladies and gentlemen, the Shoeless Joes. We are out of time, and we are wrapping things up with Saskatoon's own, the Shoeless Joes. I want to make sure I get all this in. Website information, how can people get a hold of you and get their hands on your music?
Check us out on Facebook.
Just
Search
put in
us on
Shoeless Joes?
Yeah, the Shoeless
The
Joes.
Shoeless Joes, yeah.
Twitter, Instagram. Yeah.
Bandcamp,
Bandcamp,
iTunes.
yeah.
We're on
It's
it all.
on there.
Yeah.
Your whole lives are online. The EP is currently available.
Yep. It's on iTunes and it's Bandcamp,
Bandcamp,
everything.
Show up at a show and you can probably pick
Yeah,
up
yeah,
some
definitely.
copies.
Yeah.
New album coming out hopefully May.
Yeah,
First
hopefully
full length.
Yeah.
Sweet. Anything else? Final thoughts? Anything I missed?
Thanks for having us a lot.
Yeah, thanks
Thank
so much.
you guys. You guys killed it again. Another fantastic episode. We got to thank our sponsors, Ultimo Euromoda, Mr. Sicily Pizza, Long and McQuaid, and the Hairstyle Inn. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at StripDownSK. Huge thanks to Bryn and Jay. Usually there's 3 people in the control room. Tonight there was only 2, and they made it happen. Big round of applause for those guys. Yep. They're working harder than the rest of us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, for the last time tonight, the Shoeless Joes. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
not the best. His personal appearance is not the best.